Alright, so before we get into this week's review slash rant, I want to address something regarding last week's chapter, Fairy Tale 321, real quickly. So, a lot of people were upset about that chapter, and I want to say one thing. People were saying that Loxus shouldn't have beat Jura, just hands down, he shouldn't have beat Jura. And there's just so many reasons why he should have beat Jura, or it didn't seem like a problem that he beat Jura. One being that he did better against Hades than his grandfather. Two, he beat an entire guild, including the guild master, by himself. Three, freaking Jura was outbested in a strength match to Kana because Kana had some glitter. Regardless of fairy glitter, whatever the case may be, he was outbested in strength. Four, Jalal used to be one of the saints, and if you're saying by that logic that a title means something, then that means that Loxus shouldn't be able to touch Jalal, or Jalal should be able to wipe the floor with him, no contest. So I still stand by what I say. I think that was a fair fight. I probably would, like I said in the review anyway, that basically they should have made the fight longer, and we should have actually, seen more of it. So, yeah, that's just, I wanted to quickly touch up on that. I still stand by what I said. I thought the fight was, decent. They should have probably put it a bit more, but, yeah, so that's just what I wanted to address on that. That basically the Loxus versus Jura, it wasn't a big bullshit fight. I mean, then by that logic, Jalal pwns the Loxus. So, yeah, but I want to get into the review slash rant of this chapter. There was, like, this is just hands down the biggest letdown and anticlimactic ending to something regarding the Sting thing. Like, I've said it already multiple times that Sting and Rogue are nothing more than fanboys of, Natsu and Gajil. In this particular chapter, he gets on the floor, surrenders, and cries. Wow. I mean, that was just the most pathetic excuse of a way to go down. Hands down, Sabretooth has no respect anymore. Like, they are in the same boat, if not below, Raventail for me at this point. Like, I respect Raventail more, because at least they stuck with their dirty ideals to the very end. I'm at a loss, honestly. Like, Sting giving up and surrendering after he had this massive plan. It's all perfect. It's coming to fruition. They're all right here. He's going to win. And then he just surrenders. I mean, it speaks for itself. Very anticlimactic. Very terrible way to end the tournament when, we have all of them right there. Like, I hoped that Sting had, like, this big strategy. I thought Sting would have had something set up. And he didn't. So, Sting gets the award for the most anticlimactic, most pussy character in all of Fairy Tale. Hands down, he just gets it because it was just disgusting display of a way to end off. Like, I felt like Sting was he's terrible throughout the entire tournament. He got owned by Natsu along with his brother, well, not brother, but you know what I mean. He gets owned by Natsu on a 2-on-1. He says he's going to take out the tournament, and then he just basically cries and surrenders at the feet of Fairy Tale. And overall, he's just the most anticlimactic piece of garbage, honestly. Like, give the executioners over Sting at this point. And I don't, how I feel about the executioners. I don't like them at all, but Sting just disgusted me with this chapter. The Erza versus Minerva, pretty much, like, I wanted Erza to win, and I'm happy that she won, but I'm not happy the way she won, because it was just like, I understand where Hero was putting the struggle, because normally, like, like I said, for a fight to be a decent fight, you at least need struggle on both sides of the fence. And I guess Hero was trying to justify the struggle on Erza's, the fact that, she was there on the ground with her foot broken or messed up all these chapters, her leg. So that was where he was trying to justify the whole thing of, Erza's struggle. But then, we got the Nakama power up, and it just, it went the wrong way as well. I'm happy Erza won. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy. Like, I still love Erza. She's still a beast to me. But I just wish it would have been a little bit different. I wish it would have been some sort of a bit more of a struggle to finally come out on top, because Minerva just looked pathetic at the end, and it was just like, the tranny's down. The beginning fight, going back to the beginning with Gray and Juvia, still didn't really care for it. It was, for the most part for me, it just felt like comedic. Like, they just was like Team Rocketed away, so didn't really care for that particular battle either. I will say that I'm glad, in a way, like, the good part about the chapter is that finally we're done with these fights, and we can move forward with the stuff that I do enjoy of the manga, the stuff that makes me read Fairy Tail, which is, you know, some of the mysteries and everything that's going on. Like the ending of the chapter was probably the most thing that I enjoyed, probably the only thing I enjoyed, with Arcadios and the princess going forward with this whole thing of, you know, oh shit, it turned out right. And another thing that points to something like, what the hell, what with the prediction, like how is that oh my gosh, that's impossible type of prediction that Sting would give up and Fairy Tail would be undefeated? I mean, I don't see that as a big, like, it would have been a bigger, like, holy shit, if Sting would have defeated all of them by himself. But that doesn't seem like an impossible outcome for Sting to give up and them to be undefeated. Maybe you could say that none of them got defeated part, but Sting giving up, that's not a big deal. I mean, at the end of the day, he lost on a 2-on-1 to Natsu. So that was another thing. But like I said, the only thing of the chapter that I did enjoy was the ending. We're getting to the mystery stuff, and we're getting towards the 100 or 1,000, 10,000 dragon thing. So that's what I'm excited for. But overall, just the fights in this tournament, or this final chapter, definitely was very poorly done, I guess you could say. It's like Sting giving up, terrible. Erza should have had a little bit more of a struggle, and then I would have say, you know, because like I said, Erza, I wanted her to win. I love Erza. She's like my favorite character in Fairy Tail, but I didn't want her to win just like with an easy outcome like that. And the Gray versus Jubia fight, didn't really care for that. So I'm going to give this chapter, on a scale of 1 through 5, 1.5. And the 0.5 is for that ending, because we're getting to the mysteries, and Erza looked good. That's it. That's just my thoughts on this chapter. Not like I'm dropping Fairy Tail, because at the end of the day, 1 bad chapter, 5 bad chapters. I still enjoy the series, still going to keep on reading it. And still going to think Hero's a pretty cool dude. Regarding the whole anime thing, just I'll throw this in there as well. The anime is pretty much just going on hiatus, from what it seems like. Hero said, believe it's not ending, and it's uncommon for anime to go on reruns, and Fairy Tail's going to be going on reruns now on Thursday mornings in Japan. So we'll see the anime coming back some given point. And also, the reason possibly why the fights have been the way they have been this particular arc, with like very quick outcomes, is probably because they're going to try to squeeze the next 4 episodes, the entire tournament, into it. And that's why Hero was probably doing that. It probably has been even out of Hero's hands at this point, the way he wrote some of these fights. So that's also something you could think about. Let me know what you think, though. Were you disappointed with the ending of the tournament? I'm personally disappointed, but I'm excited that we're finally done with this portion. We can finally put all this controversy aside regarding these battles and get to some of the really good stuff, and some of the stuff that I really love about Fairy Tail, which is the mysteries, you know, more interaction with the characters and other stuff besides these tournament battles. So can't wait for that. Hopefully we'll see some sort of a change now that the anime is gone as well, because remember Bleach had a big problem. The second the anime was gone, Bleach became like one of the most hot shit. So might happen with Fairy Tail. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait to get back to the mysteries and get back to what we love about Fairy Tail, because maybe the fights have been lackluster, but there's still also, you know, other aspects of Fairy Tail that are there to enjoy. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.